Yo everyone, welcome. Just going to give you a rundown National League South, my predictions for this coming league season 20 to 21. It's my first time of doing it. I've done a bit of studying on it, and whether I get it right, whether I get it wrong, we'll just have to see what come the end of the season. So as we know, fans were due to be back in, a certain amount of fans were due to be back in the stadiums at the beginning of October. The government did a change on this last week due to this COVID-19 in the rising of it, and there's no fans at all now, home or away, in levels 1 and 2, which is National League North, National League South and the National League. But the government have stepped in, and apparently they're going to put some funds and money into the levels 1 and 2 to help out the clubs, where obviously no spectators are allowed back for the time being. So everything's still going ahead come this coming Tuesday. So my predictions are for this coming season here in National League South. I'm not 100% sure on relegations, promotions. I presume this season it'll be the number 1 position, obviously go up as champions, and it'll be the next 6 spots then for playoffs. I think that the bottom team of the table will be relegated. I'm not sure about other ones down there at the bottom. We've only got 21 teams in the league this season. It was due to be 24 with the restructuring of clubs coming up. But we've had Wealdstone gone up as champions last season. They've gone to the National League. Weymouth went up as playoff winners. So they've disappeared off into the National League as well. So that's 2 that are gone. And the only team that's come down is Ebbsfleet. They came down on a points per game basis, and they've joined. So that leaves us with 21 teams to play for this season. So right, here we go into it. 21st position in the bottom spot, I have got Hungerford Town. Obviously, I'm going to upset a few people. Some people are going to be happy. The fact is, obviously, got some players in from Thatcham Town, Tiverton Town, and a player there in from Forest Green Rovers. But I just don't think they've got a whole new load of changes. They struggled a bit last season. I don't think they're going to, in this first season, obviously, with all those new players, I just don't think they're going to be able to gel together in time. With a few players obviously there from lower clubs, it's going to be a struggle. So in 20th position, I've got Braintree Town. They came down the season before last, along with my club, Maidstone Utd, and haven't. I can't really see obviously what players have come in and gone out. We know a player's gone off out to Oxford City. That was David Matsuka. He's gone. I don't know, obviously, the players that have come in, but I don't think they've got the strength. They possibly could avoid relegation, but they are as providing, obviously, what the situation is with relegation. But I've got Braintree Town there in 20th place. At 19th, we've got, I'll put in St Albans City. I know they had a good season, one before last. They've had Lewis Gordon, the under-23s, I've been on loan from Watford. He's now gone back to Watford. They've got Frankie Masonda, centre-back. He's gone off to Luton Town. Joe Isiafano, centre-forward, he's 21 years old. He's gone on to Havant at Waterloo. So they've lost a fair few of their younger players. They brought in an Oxford City player, Kieran Wiltshire. Michael Johnson, goalkeeper, coming in from Dagenham Redbridge, would be a help with them. And then Sean Jeffers, centre-forward, he's gone from Chelmsford into St Albans City. But I still can't see them. Obviously, I've got them there at 19th. Obviously, they won't be relegated. I presume they'll hold their position still in the National League South. So in 18th place, I have Oxford City. Craig King, their goalkeeper, who's 23 years old, he's gone off to Dartford. Stephen Brown, centre-forward, he's 30, he's gone off to Leatherhead. And St Albans, Kieran Wiltshire, left back. He's gone to, obviously, to St Albans. We've got Daniel Matasuka, the centre-back from Braintree. He's come into St Albans, and obviously they've got the Millwall under-23 player. He's 21 years old, Harvey at Bradbury. So, yep, I've got there Oxford City down in 18th. I've got Tonbridge Angels, they're in 17th position. I know they've upgraded a bit since last season. 17th, I've got them, obviously won't be relegated this season. They're second season in this division, so they're going to hold their own. They won't be relegated, and yeah, they're in at 17th place. So at 16th position, I've got Dulwich Hamlet. They're one of their really good old players. Nyron Clunis, he's moved on from the club now. They've got David Ijar and Richard Orlu, the two of the older players. They've disappeared off. And Ben Chapman, 21 years old, centre mid, he's gone now to Ebbsfleet Utd. Dulwich Hamlet have brought Jesse Deborah in, centre-back, Millwall under-23 player. Jordan Higgs, centre mid from Bromley, National League player. He's 23 years old. And you've got Michael Timlin, he's coming from Ebbsfleet as a centre mid. Obviously, he'll bring a bit of experience in, but there again, he's 35 years old. So whether he's got the pace or not, we don't know until obviously the team start playing. But yeah, they're going to hold their own as well. They're at 16th position. 15th, we've got Chippenham Town here in the National League South. So they've got Grant Hornton, he's a centre-back, he's only 19, he's gone off to Cheltenham under-18s. Nathaniel Jarvis, centre-forward, he's gone off to Barry Town there in Wales, 28 years old. And I think they've actually brought a few reasonable players in, actually. Bradley Ash, centre-forward from FC Hereford, 24 years old. Luke Russ, defensive mid from the Bristol Rovers under-21s, has come in as well, and a couple of the older players, to both 29 years old. Marlon Jackson, centre-forward from Gloucester City, and Ross Stern is centre-forward, he's coming from Bath City. 14th place, I have Concord Rangers. They've done a few ins and outs for this season. So yeah, they're an established National League South club. I think they're going to be the same this year. They're in 14th. Got some players gone off to Wildstone, Aldershot. Nathan Carlisle, centre-back, gone off to QPR under 23s. And Lee Minshaw, 34 years old, defensive mid. He's retired now from the club, retired from the game. And they've brought a few players in. Sam Blackman, midfielder from Dartford. Tassam Popo, centre-forward from Hemel, and Tyrone Sterling, left-back, Hemel Hempstead as well, come in. Look at Odai Martin, a centre mid in from Haybridge Swifts. He's only 23. Alex Wall, centre-forward, bringing a bit of experience in from Woking Town. 13th position, Welling Utd. Not 100% sure which players have come into the club. Obviously, we know Rob Swain there used to be at Maidstone. He was centre-back there last season for Welling. He's gone off now to Brentwood Town. Connor Demond, defensive mid, he's gone off to Cray Valley, Paper Mills. And Luke Rooney, centre mid, obviously gone from Welling now to Chatham Town in the SC EFL League. 12th position, I don't really know who's in and who's gone out, but I've got Eastbourne Borough there in 12th position there, holding themselves out pretty much around mid-table. 11th position, I have Hemel Hempstead. So a few players out, a few in. You've got Reggie Young, forward in from Farnborough Town, 21 years old. George Esserman in from Margate, and Reece Beckles, centre-forward, 25 years old, in from Wildstone. Players they've released, obviously Sam Ashford, gone to Crawley, Connor Essam to Dartford, Rob Sinclair, gone off to Bedford Town. Mitchell Dickinson, he's gone centre-back, he's gone off to Eastbourne Borough, and 2 or 3 other players have gone as well. So along we come, we're coming in now into the top 10 clubs in the National League South for my predictions. Coming in at number 10, we have Billericay Town. Not as strong as they were, I don't believe, with all the money that's now not with the club as much as it was. But they've made a few changes. We've got Jack Paxman, obviously an attacking mid. He's gone now from Billericay. He's gone up to Ebbsfleet, that have just come down into the National League South from the National League. Oran Jackson, centre-back, 21 years old. He's now gone off to St Ives. And Femi Akawande, right winger. That's a bit of a miss. 24 years old. He's gone off now to Stevenage Borough. Incoming for Billericay Town, Jay Reason, centre mid in from Dover Athletic. Laurie Wilson, right back in from Ebbsfleet, and Frankie Sutherland, a centre mid in from Ebbsfleet as well. Down in 9th place, I don't think they're going to be as strong as they were last season. They made the playoffs last year, but I have them there in position 9 for this coming season, and that is Dorking Wanderers. So we've got a few players they've left. So you've got Elliot Buchanan, centre forward. He's gone off to Kingstonian and he's 31. So yeah, it was probably time for him to move on out of Dorking. Tom Richards, left back. He's gone. Jack Barham, centre forward, gone off to Dartford. David Ray, a centre back, gone to Horsham Town. Lewis Taylor, left mid. He's gone to Horsham as well. But they're both really older players, so we've offloaded a few of their players that are getting on in years for football. And they've kind of brought a few players in. They've got Alfie Rutherford, I'll get it right in a minute, in from Hampton Waterlooville, which can make a difference there, 21 years old up front. Sam Howes, a goalkeeper, in from Woking. Barry Fuller, right back, but he's 36 years old. He's coming from Gillingham. And Wes Fogden, right mid, 32 years old as well, in from Havant. So it was a difficult decision, but yeah, I've put Dorking Wanderers this season finishing in 9th position. And then in 8th place, I've got Hampton and Richmond. So they've got Danielo Dodomo gone off to Maidenhead, and Zach Joseph, he's gone off to Chesham Town. A few players have brought in, actually. I think you're just going to miss out on the playoffs, but yeah, I think they're strengthened up. They're going to do pretty well. But I think if they keep this squad in for next season, or the season after this one, I think they'll be in the playoffs. So they've got Nico Muir in. He's coming from Hartlepool. Jake Graham from Woking. You've got Eddie Desane in from Kingstonian. Cray Wanderers, Kieran Farrell coming, and Renee Steer in from Maidenhead. So that's looking pretty good for Hampton and Richmond Borough. So I guess now you're trying to figure out, we're into the top 7, figuring out now obviously what I've said and what I haven't said, and who's going to be in the top 7. So yeah, my club, I've put them in at 7th place for the last playoff spot, Maidstone Utd. I think they've strengthened on a bit since last season, as long as they can get it all together and start putting a few goals away. It's been pretty good in pre-season. I've not watched them, but I've watched them on from home, obviously on YouTube and stuff. And so obviously we can't get to watch them now. Obviously this season only on live pay-per-view home games. But yeah, I've got them in 7th place, so they've offloaded a few players. Got Jake Cole, goalkeeper, who came in from Aldershot. He's now gone off to Gloucester City. Ryan Johnson, a centre-back. A couple of older players there are. He's gone off now to Ramsgate. He's dropped down a few levels. Dan Wishart, one of the old players from Maidstone on the original contracts from when we dropped down from the National League. He's gone off now to Wealdstone, gone back into the National League with them. Ross Marshall, centre-back, he's going to be missed. He's 20 years old. He's gone off to Stevenage Borough there in EFL2. They just missed out on the relegation out of there. And Iffy Allen, left winger, he's gone to Ebbsfleet. And Lewis Knight, 27 years old, defender, gone off to Billericay. So we've got a few players come in. Scott Rendell, 33, centre forward, in from Eastleigh. Joe Elu, centre-back, Maidenhead, 31 years old. We've got George Alakobi as a captain in the defensive positions there for Maidstone from last season. Kreshnik Krasniki, a new player, is Kosovan, coming in from Concord Rangers. And we'd like to obviously welcome him back. George Porter, he's back in to Maidstone again. We haven't been there for a while at the club. It didn't really work out too much for him last time round, but he's grown. He's got a lot older now and a bit more wiser, and yeah, hopefully he's been looking good in pre-season and he can do the business once the league starts this coming Tuesday. So yeah, we've got George Porter in. We've We've got Raven Constable, new goalkeeper, obviously as backup to Chris Lewington. So yeah, it's all looking pretty rosy. Some good players in from Maidstone. A few trialists have come in as well, younger ones. And yep, it should be good. We've got Maidstone, my club, there in 7th place. So number 6 position, they did pretty well last year, were in the playoffs as well. Slough Town, I have there in position number 6. The only player I know that they've brought in, Jack McKnight, attacking mid, 23 years old, in from Eastleigh Town. They got offloaded a few players. A couple of their older players have got rid of Manny Williams, 38 years old. Simon Dunn did defensive mid. He's gone. Scott Davis, centre mid, gone to Biggleswade. A few of their older players have gone. And George Wells, left back, 24 years old. He's gone off to Maidenhead United. So yeah, I think Slough will still be up there. They'll be in the playoffs next season. So top 5 we have. Coming in then at number 5, a bit like the pop charts, isn't it? We've got Dartford, number 5. They were strong. They just unluckily just missed out on promotion last season. They're still strong. I think they're going to be definitely in there in the playoffs. So we've got them there at number 5. They've offloaded a few players. Andy Pugh, centre forward, gone off to Chatham Town. Luke Wanadio, gone to Billericay. Preston Edwards, goalkeeper, has gone to Brentwood Town now. He's previously come from Dulwich Hamlet. Michael Fernandez, left winger, a bit of a miss. He's gone off to Colchester United. Liam Nash, centre forward, 24 years old. He's gone off abroad. He's gone off to FC Boca Gibraltar to play his games now. And players Dartford have brought in, from what I see, Ricky Modeste, right winger, 32 years old, in from Dover. Jack Barham, centre forward, in from Dorking, he's only 24, and Connor Essam, centre back, in from Hemel Hempstead. Jazzy Barnum Bob, right back, 24 years old, he's come from Wrexham National League. Craig King, goalkeeper, 23, he's in from Oxford City. And David Iger, defensive mid, he's at Dartford, coming in from Dulwich Hamlet. So yeah, I think they're going to be pretty strong this season as well. Some tough games ahead, obviously, for my club with the Kent derbies. So I've got Dartford finishing there in 5th position. So another definite for the playoffs. They seem to, like in the last few seasons, keep missing out. They get into the playoffs and then just can't make it up. So yep, in 4th place I've got Chelmsford City. So they're going to have another go at the playoffs at the end of the season. Jamaloza, he's gone out of the club, gone off to Kings Lynn. Leroy Leiter, he's gone off to Nuneaton. And Jake Jessup, goalkeeper, he's gone off to Coggeshall. And 3 or 4 other players have offloaded as well. Some of their older players. Players coming into Chelmsford City, an ex-Maidstone goalkeeper, Lee Morgan, joins Chelmsford City from Dover Athletic from last season. Adam Liddell, centre forward, in from the Reading under-23s, so that's definitely strengthening them up as well. Cameron James is in defensive mid-22, he's in from Colchester. And they got a centre forward in, 26 years old. Excuse me, I don't know his name, but he's in from Romford. So definitely a strong contender this season is Chelmsford City. I've got them there in 4th. Always doing well. I've got them doing better than they did last season. Up in there in 3rd position. I've got Bath City there coming in at number 3 this season. They brought in Callum Evans, defensive mid, in from Port Vale. Freddie Grant, left back, Maidenhead, in, 23 years old, and Jason Pope, centre mid, in from FC Hereford at 24 years old. So yeah, they're bringing in some youth into the club. Donovan Wilson, centre forward, in from Macclesfield. So he made it just in time. Obviously, it was sad. Obviously, Macclesfield Town have been expunged from the National League. Will Henry, goalkeeper, 22. He's coming from Swindon Town. And then Ryan Harley, centre mid. He's 35 years old, but they're bringing a bit of experience in from MK Dons. A few players Bath have let go. Left back Connor Lowe, gone off to Truro Town. Ross Stern, centre forward, gone to Chippenham. Ryan Brunt, Adam Mann and Jordan Simpson, also other players that have departed Bath. But yeah, I've got them being stronger this season than they were last. coming in now, finishing in third spot. Righto, we've got the big massive top two for the National League South, my predictions for this coming season. So in second place, just been relegated down from the National League, unfortunately, obviously on a points per game basis. Ebbsfleet, I've got them second place. They're a whole brand new squad pretty much again. They've had a massive load of changes in, new manager as well, in from Germany. They're going to take obviously a massive experience, but they're all individual players and they've obviously got all gelled together. But yeah, I've got them finishing in second place, Ebbsfleet Utd. So they've offloaded a whole bunch of players. Obviously got Tommy Adelai, centre forward, he's gone. Josie Oguru, centre forward, he's gone off to Wraith Rovers in Scotland. Nathan Ashmore, the goalkeeper, he's gone off to Boreham Wood. Laurie Wilson, the right back, he's gone to Billericay, another older player there at 32 years old. Frankie Sutherland, centre mid, he's gone off to Billericay also. And Io Obilu, centre back, 26 years old, he's gone off to Scotland as well for Queen of the South. So players Ebbsfleet have brought in, well, massive load of players have brought in. So they've got Rhys Grant, centre forward, he's only 25, he's in from Dagenham and Redbridge. Greg Cundell, centre forward, in from Horsham Town, 23 years old. Okay, so they've got a couple of, the German manager obviously come in now to take charge. They've got a couple of German players in from Tebe Berlin over there in Germany. They brought a couple of players with them. Alex Eirik, left winger, and Sefer Karaman. They're both coming obviously from that German side, Tebe Berlin. So Alex Eirik is 26 years old as a left winger, and then Sefer Karaman, centre back, 23 years old. Tom Hadler, goalkeeper, in from Eastbourne Borough. Rakesh Bingham, centre forward, well, 26 years old. He's come down from Scotland, formerly from Dundee United. So that's going to strengthen their team, obviously, with Nathan Ashmore leaving. And obviously the goalkeeper in from Dundee United at 26, Rakesh Bingham. Ben Chapman is joined in from Dulwich Hamlet, centre mid. Iffy Allen, come from Maidstone, left winger. He's joined Ebbsfleet, and also coming in from left mid from Dover Athletic. They've brought in Billy Joe Taylor, another ex-Maidstone player. And Lee Martin is coming from Exeter City. So yeah, they're looking really, really good, obviously, for this coming season, Ebbsfleet Utd. But they've all got gelled together. I don't think it's going to be enough, obviously, to go up as champions, but they will be there, definitely. Could be a definite playoff final contender. So yeah, second place, Ebbsfleet Utd. So, champions, National League South. Will I be right? Will I be wrong? I don't know. They came so close last season in the playoffs, losing out to Dartford in the end in the playoff game. So as champions, I've got in first place, going up to the National League, Havant and Waterlooville. Position number 1, champions in the National League South for next season. So they've offloaded some of their older players. Danny Kedwell, centre forward, he's gone up to Hollands and Blair. Dean Beckwith, centre back, he's 36 as well. Gone off to Hive Town, both down in the lower leagues. Alfie Rutherford, centre forward, he's 21. He's gone off to Dorking Wanderers. So players they've brought in, Havant and Waterlooville, they've upped their game a little bit, I think, from last season. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason. They've gelled pretty well last year, and I think they're going to be gelling this year. They've still got a majority of their own players still there, mixing in with a new bunch of players. So I think they've strengthened, and they're number 1 for me this season. Only ahead of Ebbsfleet, obviously, because Ebbsfleet have got some really good players. But obviously they're all coming from a whole new squad in from all different teams. And they've got to gel together and gel pretty quick. And I think they will, but not enough to be champions. So yeah, Havant and Waterlooville, number 1, going up to the National League. So they're bringing in Joe Tupper, goalkeeper from Crystal Palace under 23s. Tommy Wright, centre forward in from Sutton United, another National League club, 23 years old. Godfrey Puku in from Woking. Musa Diarra, centre back, also in from Woking. I've got Billy Clifford, centre mid. He's departed Wildstone and obviously coming to Havant. Daniel Akajayu, midfielder in from Hastings United, obviously down from the lower leagues. He's obviously proven himself to come and play for Havant and Waterlooville. So yeah, folks, that's how we have it. My predictions for this coming season: National League South, Havant and Waterlooville champions, relegated Hungerford Town. You've heard it here. And will I be right? Will I be wrong? We'll find out at the end of this coming season. So take care all, have a great season, although we can't get back to games. Just look forward to cheering our sides on from home, whether we watch them on pay-per-views, live streams or whatever. And all the best to everyone. So hopefully, fingers crossed, before the season's out, we can be back in the grounds at a reduced amount of supporters again, like it should have been at the beginning of the season here. But obviously the government changed that last week. So no, because of due to COVID, that rising, they put a stop to that for leagues levels 1 and 2 in the non-league football. So hopefully, maybe after Christmas, fingers crossed, may start getting crowds back into grounds. Not 100% certain, but it could be a possibility. So from then, all the best of luck to everyone, and that's my predictions. And we'll catch you soon. Take care all. Peace.